So friends, this series is specially made for the bank exam aspirants, those who are going for the mains exam like SBI PO mains, IBBS mains, RBI mains. So for those students as well as for students those who are preparing for the CAT exams, so this series is specially made for you. And second, importantly, after watching this video, do not forget to take the test. So test is more and more important. So on the website or else on the mobile application, you can able to see inside quantitative aptitude. So below the data interpretation mains level, so now you can able to see quantitative aptitude mains. So there inside it, after posting every topic, we will give you a test. At the end of the video, every video, I will be telling you how the test works and how many questions I have given the test. So based upon that, the test will be added on the package. So do not forget to write the test after watching the video. So now let me move on to the mains level series on quantitative aptitude. First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So friends, here is the second video on quantitative aptitude on the main series, that is on the topic problems on ages. So do not forget to watch the first video, problems on ages. I have taught you 3 questions and then 2 question test. So similarly, in this video also we will be solving questions on problems on ages. At last, I will be giving you 2 questions as a test. So kindly, if you didn't watch the first video, go and watch the first video, learn the problems, how we are going to solve and what level the questions will be, everything, and then come and watch this second video. So now let me move on to the second set of questions on problems on ages. First question. So the ratio between the ages of A and B 8 years hence is 13:10, and the ratio between the ages of B and A 8 years ago is 2:3. So the age of A 4 years ago is same as the age of D after 4 years hence. The present age of D is 50% more than the present age of C 4 years ago. Find the average age of A, B, C, D together. So while reading a question, it feels like little bit confusing because none of the value was directly given. 8 years ago, 5 years hence. So they're talking about one data about past, one data about future. But what is our final target? Our final target to find the average age of all the 4 persons. That means we have to find what is the age of A, B, C and D, and then we have to divide by 4. That will be the final answer. So now getting to the first line, so read step by step, frame an equation. I have told you many times, whenever you are going to equate any equation, even in the previous video I have told it, right? So whenever you are going to equate any equation, make sure that both the equations should either past or present or future, right? Make them to bring on the same thing and then solve the question. So now according to the first point, the ratio between the age of A and B 8 years hence. That means they're talking about the future. So future ratio has been given, right? So future ratio, what they have given is 13:10. Yes. So 13:10, that is 8 years hence. It means after 8 years, they're talking about the future. And the second point, and this ratio, what they have given is for A:B. So now what is the next point? And the ratio between B and A 8 years ago. Just listen the word carefully. This is also A:B ratio. The second line also, what they have given is the ratio of B:A, that is 8 years ago. That means, so present is not given, but they are talking about the past on the second line. So A:B ratio, they have given it as B:A. We can take it as A:B, which is 3:2. So this happens 8 years ago. That means they are talking about the past. So here they are talking about the past, right? And here they are talking about the future. And both the person are not a different person, both are same. Here also A:B, here also A:B. So what you can do here is, it is easy to find what is the value of any one person. Why? Because if you assume these 2 persons, A's age, future age is 13x and 10x, you can easily frame an equation to the past and we can find the answer. Or else you can take it as 3x and 2x and bring to the future and you can frame the equation. It's completely upon your wish. Either you can go with the reverse or you can go with the forward, but you will get the, surely you will get value of x. So what I'm going to do is, from the past I'm going, from the future I'm going to the past. So future age of A is how much? 13x, right? So 13x minus 8 to the present, again minus 8 to the past, which becomes this ratio. That means 13x minus of 16 divided by second person, 10x minus of 16. So now these two person ages is in the past. So past 8 years back, what is the ratio? 3:2. So friends, understood or not how I wrote this, right? So either you wish, you can from this point, for example, if you can assume 3x plus 16, 2x plus 16 is equals to 13:10. Either way you can solve the equation. So now according to the first 2 point, we are going to solve this and we are going to find what is the value of x here. So 13 into 2 will be 26x. So this will be 32 is equals to 30x minus of, sorry, yes, we can multiply it, right? So minus of 16 into 3 will be 48. So now 30x 26x, so this will be 4x, right? So 4x is equals to, bring this towards left hand side, plus 48, so this will be 16. So finally we got x is equals to 4. So now what we got here is the value of x is equals to 4. So once you find one value, finding the exact age of all the person is easy. Why? Because we know that 13 is to 10 is 8 years back, 8 years after. So now by using x is equals to 4, you can easily find x into 4, that is 10 into 4 will be 40. So 40 is the age of the person B, 8 years ends, after 8 years. So similarly 13 into 4, so 52. So 52 is the age of A, that is 8 years after ends. So this will be the age of B. So now if you need to bring them to the page to the present, you have to subtract it by 8. So resultant will be A and B. So finally, by using the first two lines, we have framed and we framed the equation to find the value of x. So after finding the value of x, we found what is the person age of A and age of B. So now getting to the remaining point, still we need to find what is C and D. Still a lot more to find here. So now, so what we can do here is, next point, the age of A 4 years ago. Just listen carefully. The age of A 4 years ago is same as the age of D after 4 years ends. So what they are saying is age of A. So age of A 4 years ago, that means they are talking about the past. So 4 years ago is equals to age of D 4 years ends. So friends, understood or not? Age of A 4 years ago is equals to age of D 4 years ends. They are talking about the future here, they are talking about the past. So minus of 4 plus of 4. So now listen one point carefully. Here the A's age is 52. Actually we have to bring the age to the present. That means you have to subtract 8. If you subtract 8 from 52, resultant will be 44. So 44 will be the age of the person A. Similarly, what is the age of the person B? Is you have to subtract 8, resultant will be 32. So 32 will be age of the person B, that is present age of the person B. So now according to the question, we know value of A is 44. So subtract here. 44 minus 4 is equals to D plus 4. When you subtract here, which becomes 40. So 40 minus 4, which is 36. So the age of the person D is 36. So now we found the person D's age, A's age and B's age. So now our target is to find the last person, that is C's age. Next point, what they are saying is the present age of D. Okay, the present age of D is 36. Is 50% more than the age of C. So this age of D is 50% more than the age of C, right? 4 years ago. So 4 years ago means they are talking about the past. So we already know that the D's age is 36. C's age 4 years ago. So we don't know what about the C's age, which is 4 years ago. Minus of 4 is equals to, just read the word carefully, 50% more than. That means when compared to C, where the person D is 50% more. That means 150 divided by 100. So now we can cancel 0, 0 here. And we can cancel it on 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10. So 1 3s are 3, 12 3s are 36. So now this will be C minus 4 is equals to 24. So C is equals to 28. So finally we got the age of all the 4 person. So C is equals to 28, A equal to 44, B equal to 32 and D equal to 36. So now according to the question, we have to add all the value and we need to find the average, right? So when you add 40, 28, 44, 35 years, right? So 35 years is the average. So average of all the 4%. So according to the question, find the average of A, B, C and D together. So which will be 35 years. So this will be the answer for the first question. Right? So friends, understood or not? Be slow, very slow. Don't be too fast. You will make a mistake. Definitely there is more chance of making a mistake. And if you are preparing for and you are going for any mains level competitive exams, definitely speed is not at all needed. Right? After solving 7 or 10 minutes, even you are taking 10 minutes to solve the question, at last you should get the final answer. After 10 minutes, if you are struggling to get the final answer, then while preparing itself you are made some mistake. That is not the right way to learn, right? So learn very slowly. Prelims you can be fast. You should not solve like this in the prelims exam. You have to solve it little bit fastly. But for the mains exam, time or nothing is needed. So be slow. Take 7 minutes, more than 7 minutes, it's okay, but you should get the final answer correctly. That is most important here, right? So friends, always remember that there will be some clue in the question. Definitely there will be either any one clues will be given in the question. You have to rightly point out the clue and you have to frame the equation. So whenever you frame an equation, that's what I'm repeatedly saying it, whenever you frame an equation, make sure both the values should be either past or present or future, and then solve the equation. You will get definitely one value. If you got one value or any one person age, finding all the remaining person age will be easy. Right? So that's the thing, you should always target first to find any one person age. So now answer for the first question on this video is 35 years. So here is the second question. So the ratio between the present age of Anil and Bijoy is 8:9 and the present age of Silan is 12 years younger than Anil. So the ratio between the present age of Silan and Davis is 4:5 and the ratio between the age of Anil 8 years ago and present age of Davis is 8:9. The average age of Bijoy, Silan, Davis together 3 years ago, how much more or less than the Anil 2 years ends? A very interesting question. You can see again, mainly mains exam question will be like this. You can't able to understand anything, but one thing you need to remember is be very slow, solve step by step, right? So some students will have a doubt. I hope in the previous question, first question, I have solved and I found the answer 35 years. But remember one thing, even while finding I just found that 35 years in a mind calculation, right? But when you add all the values what I mentioned here, you will not get 35. So remember one thing, the C value what I got here is 28 years, but the C value what I have written is 4 years back. We need to make sure that while finding an average also, all the 4% age should be present. So C I have written here as 28, I think so, but actually you need to bring them to their age to the present. So which means the C age will be 24 and then add and divide by 4, you will get answer 35 years. I hope some students can have a doubt. I just want to teach that here. So only I told you. Always remember that even while finding an average also, make sure that all the 4% age should be either present or past or future. One person should not be present and another person age should not be past. You can't able to take an average like that, right? So it's not a mistake on the previous question, you have to understand, right? So that's the thing I just want to mention here before solving the second question. Okay, sorry, let's move on to this question 2. So the ratio between average age of Anil and Bijoy is 8:9. Okay, so what they have given us, first they are talking about there are so many persons, Anil, Bijoy, Davis, and then some more persons are there, right? Silan. Okay, so let's solve the question step by step based upon the question value what they have given. So first they are talking about the present age of 2%, right? So present age of Anil and Bijoy. So Anil as well as Bijoy, the person age will be 8:9. So that means we can take the present age of Anil as 8x and Bijoy as 9x based upon the requirement of the question. So second point, and the present age of Silan is 12 years younger than Anil. That means what is called as younger. Younger means when compared to Anil, he was like 12 years, you have to subtract from the Anil's age. So here actually Silen age, so Silen age is equals to, what they are saying is 12 years younger than Anil. We already know that Anil present age we have considered it as 8x. So 8x minus of 12. Why minus of 12? Because Silen is younger, right? He is not older. If he is older, we have to add 12. He is younger than Anil. So we have subtracted by 12. So this will be the present age of Silen, right? And this will be the present age of Anil and Bijoy. Okay. So what about the next point? The ratio between the present age of Silen and Davis. So what they are given is Silen and Davis. The ratio has been given, which is 4:5. So this will be the present age of Silen and Davis. I don't know whether I am pronouncing the name correctly or not. Okay, anyway, C and D, right? So C and D present age ratio is 4:5. And we already know that the Silen present age is how much? 8x minus 12. And here they have given a ratio for Silen and Davis is 4:5. So this value is also present. So now it is easy to write an equation. So Silen 4 part. So Silen 4 part is equals to 8x minus 12. What about Devon 5 part is equals to question mark. So let's cross multiply it. So once you cross multiply this, so this will be 4 of Davis, right, is equals to 8 5s are 40x. So minus of 60. Yes or no, right? So 8 5s are 40, 12 into 5 60. So check whether we can cancel it. So D is equals to, so this can be written as 10x. So minus of 1 4s are 4, 15. So finally the D present age, that is Davis present age, Silen and Davis. So Davis present age is 10x minus 15. So Silen present age will be 8x minus 12. Anil present age is 8x, Bijoy present age is 9x. So finally we found all the 4 person, still one more person is there. Okay, so let me talk about later on. So now according to the question value, we found all the 4 person present age. Next point. So, and the ratio between the age of Anil 8 years ago. So Anil age is 8x, 8 years ago. That means 8x minus 8, right? So 8 years ago, and the present age of Davis. So present age of Davis is how much? 10x minus 15. So 10x minus 15, this will be the present age of Davis, and 8 years ago, this is the present age of Anil. So 8x minus 8, 10x minus 15, what they have given the ratio, which is 8 is to 9. Is 8 is to 9. So now it is easy. So once they have given this equation, it is easy to find one value, x value. Once you find the x, we can able to find all the remaining person ages. First let me target and we can find what is the value of x here. So 72x minus of 72 is equals to 80x, right? So minus of 8 5s are 40, which is 120. So now 80x 72x, so this will be 8x, right? So when you bring the 120 towards left hand side, plus 120, so 20, here we have 28, which is 48. So 8 6 are 48. So finally we got the value of x is equals to 6. So once you got the value of one person, finding all the remaining person percentage is easy, because we know Anil percentage is 8x. 8 6 are 48. So this will be the Anil's present age. What about Bijay? 9 6 are 54. So next will be Silen. So Silen is x is equals to 6. So 8 6 are 48. So 48 minus of 12. So this will be 26, right? Sorry, 36. Silen. So next person is how much? So this person Devon. So 60 minus 15. So this will be 45. Right? So finally we got all the 4 percentage. So still some more point they have given in the question, right? So what they have given is the average age of Bijoy, Silen and Davis together 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, that means you have to find the average age of all the 3 person, that is 3 years ago. Okay. So what we can do is we can first find the average minus of 3 minus of 3, because 3 years ago for each and every person, right? So now we take Bijoy. So Bijoy is how much? 54. So 3 years ago, that means his age will be 51. So similarly, the next person is Celine. So Celine present age is how much? 36. 3 years ago, which is 33. So similarly, the last person is Davis together. So Davis is how much? 45. So 45 3 years ago, that will be 42. So divided by 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4, 9, 12. 126 divided by 3. So which will be 42. So 42 is what? So 42 will be average age of all the 3 years ago, right? So next what they are saying is, and the age of Anil 2 years ends. Anil is how much year? 48, right? So Anil 2 years ends. That means you have to add 2 to the age. So 48 plus 2 will be 50. So now 50 is the Anil, 42. We have to find the difference, which means 8 years. So answer for the question is 8 years. Our target is to find how much more or less. That means the age difference. So average we found is 42. Anil 2 years ends. This is the present age. So 2 years ends will be 50. So 50 minus 42, resultant will be 8 years. So 8 years is the answer for this question, right? So everything here is just how you understand the question, right? How you understand the question, and what is the strong basics what we learned. That is most important here. Without knowing the basics, you can't able to touch this question. First thing, that's what I'm repeatedly every time I usually say it, learn the basics. Only basics will help you. Only if you are strong in the basics, even without knowing the basics, just like that learning a formula, you can crack the prelims. But mains, not at all, right? Not at all. Without knowing, just knowing all the formulas on quantitative aptitude, you can't able to clear it, right? So only if you know the basics properly, you can able to clear the exams, right? So now this will be the answer for the questions, right? So friends, understood. So initially while reading the question, I can't able to understand anything. Really I can't able to understand anything. But when you go step by step process, always first after reading a question, try to find out any clue. I can't able to find any clue here. Even in the previous question, I can't able to find any clue. But what we need to find here is important. So first we need to find average of all the 3% and then Anil. So we need to find the difference. That means only if you know all the person ages, you can able to find this answer. So I have read the question step by step. For first step, what value they have given. Second step, what value they have given. Solving in a step by step, it is easy to find out the answer. Question number 3. So the ratio between the age of X 3 years ends and the age of Y 6 years ago is 11:7. And the ratio between the age of Y after 5 years and the age of Z after 3 years is 4:3. So the present age of Y is 90%, the present age of X, and the difference between the age of X and Y is same as the age of Z and W. So who is older than Z? That means the person W is older than Z, right? So find the present age of X and W 2 years ago. Okay, so very interesting question. Here, what is our target? Our target is to find the average age of X and W, that is 2 years ago. So we have to find what is the age of X and W. That is our ultimate goal here. After reading this question again, none of the value was directly given, but one sentence alone feel me like a clue. The present age of Y is 90%. So it's an exact point. They are comparing the data of 2%. That is when compared to X, where Y is 90%. So I think when you use X as 100%, then Y will be 90. I think we can frame some sort of equation here by using the data. Okay, so we can solve step by step, right? Read the first sentence of the question, frame an equation, like that we can proceed on that way. So the ratio between the age of X after 3 years, that means they are talking about the future, and the Y 6 years ago, they are talking about the past. Let me bring both the person age to the present, right? And then we can frame an equation. Just look at the word carefully. We know that the ratio was given, which is 11:7. So 11:7 is the ratio. Let's assume this as 11x and this will be 7x, right? So 7x and 11x, because they have given in the term of ratio. So now, according to the question, we know that the ratio between the age of x after 3 years, that means they have given the future. Let's bring the x age to the present. So when you bring the x age to the present, that is 11x minus 3. So this will be the x present age. So similarly, the second person is y. So y present age. So 7x, and what they are talking about, this ratio value, what they have given is 6 years ago. That means they have given the past, bring them to the present, that means plus 6. So 7x plus 6, this will be the present age of y, and this will be the present age of x, because they have given the past age and one age that was given in the future. So we brought both the person age to the present. So now present age of x has been we found, and present age of y is this equation, right? So now what is the second point they have given us? The ratio between the age of y, so ratio between age of y after 5 years, the age of x after 3 years. We actually don't know what is the age of z here. We know what is x and y, right? So here this will be the x percentage. Okay, so better leave that point, because we don't know what is the exact value of x and y, and z somewhere are talking about it. Leave the point. Let me move on to the next point. So next point is the present age of y. So present age of y is 90% the present age of x. So what does it mean is, if when you take x is to y ratio, right, if x is 100%, then what about y? Y will be 90%, because they have mentioned it. You can see the present age of y is 90% the present age of x. When you assume x as 100, y will be 90, and we already know that x is 11x minus 3. So 11x minus 3 is x, y will be 7x plus 6 is y, is equals to 10 divided by 9. We can cancel 0, 0. So 10 by 9. So this will be 99x minus of 27 is equals to 70x plus 60. So this will be, when you bring 70 towards left hand side, this will be 29x is equals to 678, 87. So this will be like 3 times 6, 7, 8. So x is equals to 3. So finally, by using the small clue, right? So initially I have told you this can be the clue. Why? Because they have given one point directly. So by using the point, we equated both the equation and we found what is the value of x. So just now I have told you many times, I am telling this, once you find one value, x value, and you can easily find out all the person percentage. So we found x is equals to 3. By using the data, we can easily find what is the percentage of x. So 11 into 3 is 33. 33 minus 3 will be 30. So 30 will be the percentage of x. So similarly, 7 3s are 21. So 21 plus 6 will be 27. So 27 is the present age of y. So we found what is the present age of x and present age of y. So now according to the question, what they said is the second point, only because of not having an exact value of y, we didn't read the second sentence. So now look at the second sentence, the ratio between y after 5 years. Just look at the point carefully, the ratio between y after 5 years. Y is how much? 27 years. After 5 years, that means 27 plus 5, resultant will be 32. So 32 years. What they are saying is, after 5 and the age of z after 3 years. We don't know what is age of z. So age of z after 3 years is in the ratio 4:3. So these two value ratio is 4:3. And we already know that 4:3 is y z ratio, and y value we know that which is 32. That means 4 part is equals to 32. So 3 part z is equals to how much? That is z plus 3. Because 3 part they have given z plus 3. So now we can equate it. So this becomes 4z plus 12, 4 into 3 will be 12, is equals to 96. So 4z is equals to 96 minus 12, resultant will be 84. So 4z is equals to 84, so z is equals to 21. So finally, we got the value of z, which is 21. So now according to the question, we got x value, we got y value, as well as we got z value. Still only one value is remaining, which is w, right? So now let's see what the remaining, still we have some more points on the question. So what they said is, difference between x and y is same. So difference between x and y. So x and y age difference is how much? 3. 30 minus 27, the age difference is 3. So similarly, here what they are saying is the difference between z and w is also same. So z is 21. We don't know what about w, but what they are saying is the difference is same. So difference should also be 3 because x and y is 3. So this difference should also be 3. But remember one thing, so this age can be 24 or 17. But they have given one point W who is older than Z. So the person W is not younger, who is older. So definitely it will be 24. Only then we can say the difference between both the value is 3. You can't write 17 here. Why? Because you can't write 18 here. Why? Because when you go with 18, then W will be younger than Z. According to the question, they have mentioned that W older than Z. So Z older. So that means W should be 24. So finally we got all the value, right? 24, 21, X and Y. So all the values we got it. So now according to the question, our target is to find the average present age of X and W, right? That means 2 years ago. So we have to subtract 2, right? X is how much? X is 30. So you have to subtract 2. 30 minus 2, which is 28. So similarly, next is W, right? Okay, so W is how much? 24. Subtract 2, which is 22. So divided by 2, because we need to find an average. So 50 by 2, which is 25 years. So answer for this question is 25 years. Again, so be careful every time while equating and while finding an even an average. See, while finding an average, I have just cross-checked one time whether I have taken an average for the present age. If this value is, for example, I am saying, if this is a future value, future age has been given, the second person age should also be in future. So here 28, which is the present age. So W is also present age. So always remember that both the values should be on the same age, right? So, sorry friends. So friends, remember one thing, I have solved this question very slowly, right? You should understand the way how I am solving the question. Only because of that I am just solving each and every step slowly. So even if you are first time learning for the mains exam, you can understand that how the mains level question is, how you should solve it in a step by step. And now I have given the same 3 question as a test. Remember one thing, same 3 question what I solved in the video plus additional 2 new question as a test. Why? Because here we have solved the question very slowly. Step by step we have learned the sentence. Step by step we frame the equation and we simplify it. But while writing the test, don't do like this. Be little bit fast. Right? So this is the value what they have. So we can frame an equation. So just solve the question, same question fastly, so that you will get that speed also. Right? So even if you are taking 7 or 8 minutes to solve a question, you can able to solve within 6 minutes when you practice the test. So that's the reason I have given already previous video also. I have given 2 new questions as a test. Here also in this video I have given 2 new questions as a test. So I have given the solution for this question also like this. You can able to understand it, right? So do not forget to take the test. After watching this video, take your time after 1 hour, 2 hours, or you just take 1 day of time. Tomorrow write the test, the same 3 question with 2 new question, so that it becomes a great practice for you, and every time you can write the test again and again. So before going for any mains exam, just spend half an hour on each topic. So similarly, next topic I will be posting on the videos, so make sure to watch all the mains level series. It will be on the playlist. Even I posted data interpretation also on my channel. So start watching it, start writing the test, so that surely you can able to crack the mains exam, right? So friends, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you really like it, share the video to your friends, those who are preparing for the mains exam. So thank you so much. Bye.